Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be talking about a color analysis that I got done on Fiverr. So I don't know about you, but a few months ago to a year, I started seeing people on TikTok go crazy talking about color analysis, and I was really intrigued because I'm very into colors and what looks good on me. And also I was very interested because I've always in the past had problems with my foundation. I feel like I was always matched with warmer tone foundations and I would always end up looking crazy in orange. After seeing all the color analysis things, and maybe even a little bit before, I started wearing neutral shades and kind of cool rosy undertone foundations, and that kind of all looped into me I've always been interested in doing the color analysis. Now at first when I saw it on TikTok, I was like, I'm not about to pay hundreds of dollars to go online, and then I didn't really see any near my area. But a few months ago I was thinking, why don't I just look on Fiverr? Because I use Fiverr, I sell on Fiverr UGC, so I looked on Fiverr and I found some options. So I chose two different sellers. And how Fiverr works is they have a couple different layers of packages. So one seller, I bought the basic level, and it just comes with the basic color analysis. And with the other, I bought it's the middle, but it was really very in-depth. But I bought the medium level. There's first tier, second tier, third. I bought her second tier. And the third tier wouldn't have included that much. I think maybe she would have hopped on a video with you if you wanted to explain. But I was really obsessed with color analysis. I even tried to color match myself. About a year ago, I thought that I was a deep winter, and I'm going to put some images of deep winter on the screen, but really they have these colors that work for them. They're characterized by having very dark features or dark hair, or these colors they said look good on them, and I started wearing those colors even more, and I thought it looked good on me. I was pretty certain that I might be a deep winter, but I always wondered what somebody else would think, and the results definitely shocked me. So what would y'all guess I am, just from, I don't know if you know anything about color analysis, or do you think the palette looks like it would match me? Let's see. So for the basic analysis, I spent a total of $28.88. And then for the more in-depth analysis, I spent a total of $76.35. So the results took less than a week to come back for both of them. I actually paid for the basic one first, and the results shocked me. And then the second one came back, and I was like, okay, surprise, surprise, they were different. I couldn't believe they were different. Like I said, I always thought I had a weird, not weird, but just a different undertone. And I never understood why everybody kept, and maybe you're looking at me and you're like, yeah, I have makeup on too. It's easier to see when you don't have makeup on, but people always look at me and say okay, yeah, you're definitely warm tone, when I would go ask for help in Sephora or Ulta for my foundation, and I would always put the foundation on and it would look crazy. I mean, not that crazy by the time I finished putting on my concealer and my contour, but with just the foundation, it will always lean towards too warm or a little too orange. It always looked really weird on me. And I remember the first time I found a really nice foundation that I really liked, I didn't realize it, but after I started going down a rabbit hole, I looked up the undertones for it, and it was a cool tone with rosy undertones. And it's Too Faced. Too Faced was the very first one that I found that I was like, this really matches my color really well. So I ended up, I have two shades from Too Faced that I wear. One that I wear more so in the winter, one in the summer. But most times I end up mixing them because they make a really nice color on me. So for both of the people, I gave them pretty much the exact same images, the exact same description. The only difference is, I think the one that was a little cheaper, the cheaper one, she asked for a photo of the inside of my wrist, and I provided that as well. So I'm just gonna go over what I gave them. So the first lady, she asked for, and I'm looking at my laptop, she asked for selfies with minimal makeup. This is one of the pictures that I gave both of them, a selfie of me in natural lighting with no makeup. She asked for a picture of my wrists, and I send a picture of my wrist. I send a few of the pictures to them that I used when I was trying to analyze myself. This is one picture that, I don't know, I just gave one that I was wearing pink in. So I had looked at myself with this one, and this more hot pink versus this more muted pink. So I just gave those just in case it would be helpful. Pretty much the same description. So for her, I said, I think I have a deep winter color season. Choosing foundation shades has always been an issue because people try to match me with golden or yellow undertones. I recently started choosing shades with neutral undertones, and they fit better. I said I wear silver and gold, and both look good. And then I said I try to color match myself, and I've inserted those pictures as well. I said I think I have a deep winter color palette. So I told her that. And like I said, I pretty much said the exact same thing to the lady who I paid a little bit more. So after giving her all the information, submitting the photos that she asked for, she came back and said that she thought that I was a true autumn. And when I got that, I was panicked, because I'm like, oh my god, I don't know if I believe that's true. And it's funny, when I was trying to analyze myself, they have like this app you can use, and maybe let's say I submitted 10 photos, maybe 3 or 2 out of 10 did come back and analyze me as an autumn, but the rest of the photos came back and they said that I was a deep winter. She came back and gave me like just the basic attachments. She said that these are my worst colors right here, and that kind of freaked me out too, because like I said, I have been doing the deep winter palette, and a few of these colors are colors that are good for the deep winter. Like the worst colors, like the hot pinks, the blues, the deep blues, the black, the white. So she said these are the worst colors. She said these are some examples of celebrities who have true autumn undertones, or just are true autumns. And it's kind of hard to see sometimes because other people, if they have like a different tone or complexion than you. But I don't know. I don't think I have. I don't know. Maybe you're looking at this and you're like, yeah, I think she was right. But these are true autumns. Then she has like a picture of me that I submitted. And she said that true autumns lean more towards warm undertones. They have a dark value to their skin complexion, and their chroma is right in the middle. She gave me some examples of my best colors. Another little snippet of celebrities who are true autumns. Also provided some links that I could use to just kind of review what a true autumn look like, so I'll go over that as well. Okay, so the first lady, she included this, and it says, thank you for ordering my gig. She had fun putting it together. She said that she came up with the results by swatching different colors around my face. She found that I have a warm undertone, medium value, putting me as a true autumn. She explained the method that she used, and then she included these links to kind of help me understand why she chose just a few basic things good in some of the characteristics. A true autumn, if the primary color aspect of your overall appearance is warm, the secondary aspect is muted. When you look in the mirror, the first thing you notice about your color is the warmth that radiates from every feature. Your skin, hair, and eyes all have rich and golden undertones. And this, she said, your coloring is soft and muted as opposed to bright and clear. The guide is very long and comprehensive. I'll scroll a little bit so you all can see. But I said at this point I was freaking out, because I'm like, I don't know. But I was already wearing the colors that the deep winter. I mean, it's not a big deal. You don't have to do anything that somebody suggests, but I wanted to like try the different colors out to see if I thought it was true. And I did. Like, I do wear some of these colors, like olives and the greens. She attached this palette just to give a more in-depth, or just like a variety of colors that look good on me. And like I said, I'm not really an earth tone girly, but these were all cute. She gave a makeup guide as well. And that's pretty much it. Like, hers was a basic. I wasn't expecting too much, but the results really shocked me. Moving on to analysis number 2. Like I said, pretty much the same photos. I gave her the 2 photos that I used when I tried to analyze myself. I gave her the photos that she asked for with no makeup on and natural lighting. And then she asked some questions like, do you tan easily, the color of your eyes, the natural color of your hair. And I gave her pretty much the exact same snippet. Like, I think I have a deep winter color palette. Foundation shades have been a struggle because they try to match me with warm undertones, golden or yellow. And then I've lately been choosing shades that are neutral, and it really works out for me. I can wear gold and silver. And she sent a very in-depth, I really liked her analysis. Her analysis it just kind of blew me away. She sent like a separate little file for me. My personalized color analysis. Thank you for your order and choosing me to assist you in learning more about yourself. I am honored to be able to teach you something new and guide you into the world of color theory and how it connects you to your personal complexion. With the amount of colors you chose, I will select the colors that best suit you based on multiple criteria. Why do we want to understand which colors look best on us? Because these colors can make or break our overall appearance, be it colors of makeup, photography, backgrounds, or fashion. With understanding our best colors, we make informed and mindful decisions of purchase. And she says she personally curated some wardrobe and different things. Understanding the contrast of individuals is understanding how intense we may appear. The higher the intensity, the stronger the colors may be. This is also known as being bright or clear. If your contrast is low, your intensity is also low. This means you are considered soft and look better in softer, dustier, and muted colors. There are a plethora of indicators on whether or not you are considered bright or soft. One way you can also test the contrast is by turning your image black and white and checking the grayscale. Less difference between the grays means low contrast, and then a lot of difference may mean high contrast. So she just gave some examples of ladies with different contrast. On a scale of 1 to 10, she said my contrast level sits at around a 10 because I have very dark eyes, very dark hair against my skin, and bright eyes, which creates a higher level of intensity for my look. She said, as mentioned, this intensity means that you will look better in colors that are also considered intense and that are labeled as clear, bright. She said my eyes really shine and stand out. With this information, we can also discover which level of saturation and depth look best on me. And then she gave some more examples. She talked about why the strength of the color matters. And of course, she like said, look at this lady and just, you know, notice the difference of how the different colors look against her skin, and if certain colors wash her out or not. She was very in depth. I was very impressed. And then she gave, like, you know, a little bit more detail. She's getting real in depth with it. Okay, but let's get to the good part. She said, in my case, she did some experimenting to test my coloring. And on the left, I see myself with cool makeup. On the right, I see myself with warm. She said she can totally see the confusion, and I definitely have a good mix of both cool and warm. Therefore, we can say for sure that the tone itself is not a dominant characteristic for me. She said it's not conclusive. With testing, we can discover if I am leaning towards warmer or cool. She think I pretty much got it for myself. It is evidence that I have features that shine in cool colors. Overall, you can pull off both because warm and / cool is not my dominant feature. My dominant feature is my depth. This should definitely be taken into account with my choices. A lot of yellows and warm tones can overwhelm me, and I definitely look more elegant and put together in silver tones, but I can pull off both. So this is what I was seeing a lot on TikTok, like the girls putting their faces in colors and just kind of seeing what stands out more. And looking at this, I definitely prefer myself in the silver. I feel like it makes my face look more cohesive. It doesn't point out any redness that I have going on in my face. Then she did some color draping. The first word was soft warm, medium bright warm, deep soft warm,
Bruh.
deep soft warm. I can't say that word today, I guess. And then the bottom row is soft cool, medium bright cool, deep soft cool. And then she talked about how color draping is another good way to test. She said, I can see here that it's evident that cool deep tones work best for me, and soft and light colors are very distracting. In general, cooler tones feel fresh on your complexion. Both medium bright and deep cool. You look good in both and in between, but for sure avoid soft and avoid heavy heavy warm colors. And then she put me up against the deep winter palette. She put me up against a true summer palette. And then she said, I want you to look at the draping against the cool soft and the cool deep high contrast palette. She said, do you notice how your skin shines in deep winter? Your eyes look wider, they jump forward, and your skin looks clearer. It's really magical to see you come to life like this. You for sure look best in deep and cool. She gave some examples of celebrities who are deep winter. So of course, when I saw the second analysis, I was like, okay, now we're talking. But I was also like, how could I get two different results like that? I really think to get the best results, you do it in person. I'm going to go with hers because, I don't know, that's just what I resonate with. And then she gave some of my best colors. She said mahogany, as we know now, that your skin, hair, and eyes look best in cool, and that you have a higher contrast with plenty of depth within their eyes and hair. I'll put you in the winter category. However, when looking at the 12 seasonal categories, you fit within a deep winter. This is because your dominant feature is found within your overall depth. So she said, in wardrobe, it's important to keep in mind your dominant characteristics. This depth does not necessarily come from your skin, but from your eyes and hair. Secondly, you need to bring in the coolness and the contrast. You don't look amazing in muted colors, but you can handle some. As you are not a bright winter, contrast is not your dominant characteristic. So that means you can also handle some warmth since you're not a true winter. So she said it's important that you as a deep winter watch out that you don't wear too many distressed and faded items. This can happen through washing or if you buy distressed out items. Try rich colors like rich velvet blacks and not letting my blacks fade. She's also consider patterns. So she just gave a lot of good information. So some pattern things that she said I would look good in, and then she gave some examples of ones that I would not look good in because they're muted, washed, soft. She gave some different textures that I could play with that would look good. Then she gave some jewelry. So I really like the little the jewelry portion as well. She said that I'm able to handle some warmth, so jewelry is a good way to bring that in if I want to. A nice way to do this is by accessorizing. So she said I can really combine warm and cool tones, and mixing metals is a good way to do that. And then she just gave some good examples of what to do if I'm looking to mix stones. She said you look good in high shine and in matte finishes. Another good example is polished steels versus brushed steels, and also antique and aged jewelry is a good way to play with texture. This is not the case for everybody. She said I have the best of both worlds, and here she gave some examples of high shine and low shine that will work good for me. And then she gave some makeup, and I thought it was funny because this is exactly how I already wear my makeup. Like literally all of the blush colors, all the blush colors that she mentioned, I have those. I use those. All the lip colors that she mentioned, I already do my lips in those colors. So I was just like, we're on the money now. We're on the money. These are some lip looks, and if you want to pause and read, you can, but it's a lot to read. I don't want to keep reading y'all to death. Or she mentioned like some good points about like bronzer versus contour, how one's normally warm, one's normally cool. She gave some blush examples. Your blush should follow suit, cool, and not too light, or else I'll look dusty and it'll separate from my appearance. So she gave some examples of what I could wear. The hair, she gave some examples of hair, and if I wanted to play with texture, if I wanted to go lighter, doing a balayage is a good way to do that. She said she gave bonus. She went above and beyond, but I did pay a little more for her. She gave some eyewear examples, and then she gave some colors that really look good on deep winter. And of course, I already had my palettes that I had when I did this a year ago, and I'll put those on the screen as well. So I don't know, it left me, I would say I was more comfortable with the second analysis, but I was still a little thrown off that I paid for 2 different analyses and I got 2 different results. But I definitely think it's worth it if you want to try color analysis and you don't like, you just can't see the colors yourself when you try to do it yourself. I think it's good to like get 2 different opinions if you want to go the route of doing it online. Definitely check out Fiverr. And what do you guys think? Do y'all think the first lady was right? Do you think the second one was right? I really like the second lady. I think I just really like the work she did. So I think I might link her below. Comment if you want her information. The first lady, just because I don't know. Maybe y'all, like I said, maybe y'all looking at this video and you think I agree with the first lady more. Comment who you, like I said, comment who you agree with. But as of now, I don't think I'm going to leave her information because I only paid for the basic one. So I don't know how in depth she really goes with the second one, and I don't fully agree with my results. Like I really think the second woman did it better. But I could be biased because I already came in thinking that that's what I was. But regardless, I don't regret paying for these. I spent like less than $100, around $100 for both of them, and I eventually want to do them in person, but for now this is just like a starting point that I really wanted to try and see what I got back. Yeah, 2 different ones. Like I said, put in the comments what you think. Who do you think was right? Who do you think was wrong? Do you agree with the colors? I'm gonna put some of the colors around me. I'm gonna put the bottom palette on one side of my face, the deep winter on one part, and I'll put it around. I'll label it right now, but like just take a look. Harder to see when you have makeup on, but still you'll be able to see it. Who do you agree with? Thank y'all for watching this video. I had a good time. Make sure y'all join me in the next one.